4:55. And she's clear. So Bonan also finding her rhythm here. We pass through the early heights. So back on track with this men's 3,000 metres, keeping an eye on the clock at 2,000 metres for 5:03 for a 7:34 target, which would be well inside that German national record. Nordas has been left at the front now, with Philibert Tibutu, Abdillahi, and then comes Foppen. Kipsang also getting closer on the back is Abdi Ali in 6th position at the moment, the yellow colours of Netherlands. Brem is just starting to get past, and Nilsson is trying to get closer as well. They're going to be a little bit off this as they come through in terms of that German record time, 5:09, so a few seconds down on that at the moment. Maybe that one is slipping away, and now it's all about achieving those possible standards. 7:43 would be a European indoor qualifier, for example, and of course, racing is the other thing. Winning a race, which is often much overlooked. Caudry, second go, 4:55. Much better for the Rolling Gold champion. It's more like it. A smile back on Molly Caudry's face.
Well, that makes sense a bit more like, what's all the fuss about?
Yeah,
for Caudry.
That one clicked perfectly. Unlike her pins, which haven't quite clicked properly and have to be repaired. So we will hopefully pick up this at the end of this men's 3,000 metres. It's just starting to get interesting. Well, where has Stefan Nilsson come from? Nordas has completely gone, and Nilsson has come from the back of the field, where he was just riding the back of the train, to the front. Philibert Tibutu has been second throughout, and now Foppen and Kipsang are the nearest challengers with 3 laps remaining. So Nilsson, the 1,500 metre specialist, the Olympic finalist over that distance, was just letting everybody else put in the hard work in front of him. And now as Foppen goes past Philibert Tibutu, it's Netherlands 1 and 2.
Yeah, Foppen's going fairly early here to try and chase down Nilsson. Well, we mentioned that about Nordas. It's difficult to predict what sort of shape he's in, and he's gritting his teeth now as well, Nordas. So he's right at the back of this pack as Foppen moves to the front ahead of Nilsson, and he's looking pretty strong here, is the Dutchman. And now these two, Foppen and Nilsson, starting to create a little bit of a gap. You can see Kipsang trying to narrow that distance as Philibert Tibutu moves back into 4th place, and Nilsson's going again.
It's a great Dutch battle, this one, out front. Stefan Nilsson takes the bell, 7:10. The Dutch national record is 7:40.99. Foppen and Nilsson might both be interested in this, but Nilsson is looking really strong down the back straight. Just an ever so slight grimace on his face. Foppen's challenge hasn't quite faded away yet, but Nilsson exerts himself again and extends into the home straight. What a fantastically judged performance this from Stefan Nilsson, who is heading for a big Dutch record as well. 7:37.12. A brilliant win for Stefan Nilsson of the Netherlands, stepping up to 3,000 metres and making light work of it indeed, seeing off a strong field.
What's really impressive from Nilsson, because he just seemed to, he was going through the gears, then going back through them again, it was going again. Just seemed to be able to give that little bit more just when he needed it. It's a really strong finish behind him as well from Matthew Kipsang to beat Mike Foppen into 2nd spot. How about that for Nilsson? That's just great racing.
Barely, I mean, it looked like he just joined in that shot of the finish there, Stefan Nilsson. If you've got a notebook, as I know a lot of you do, maybe a mental notebook, Stefan Nilsson over 3,000 metres, write that name in your notebook. Home, European indoors, of course, for the Dutch athletes coming up in Apeldoorn. Really interesting, as we see crunch time in the pole vault for Julian Denscher. 3rd attempt at 4:55. Everybody else is over so far. Just got to get this to stay in front of our home crowd. Take it easy. Oh, goodness me. So Denscher, unfortunately, exits the competition with that previous height of 4:45. Comparing that to what she's done so far this season, that is her season's best for her. It would have equalled her lifetime best there. 4:55 for the Olympic finalist. Not to beat for Nietzsche. So 5 vaulters left in the competition. The one with a clean card so far is Eileen Wekermans of Belgium with 3 clearances so far.
We're into the second half of this shot put competition. Hasn't quite clicked yet for the Olympic champion. Resist the moment though. Chase Jackson with that meeting record leading away. Setting her first throw. That's still not going to plan for Ogunleye. Sometimes things just don't click. Still could, of course. She's still got a smile on her face, as she almost always does.
The sound of the crowd nearly told you what happened there as well, because the arena went from music and applause to almost silence when the red flag came.
Still time to put it right. Jessica Schilder sits in 3rd spot, 1972. Oh, that looks good. That looks very good for Schilder. But a foul. The red flag goes up and Schilder's not happy about it. Adamant that she's done nothing wrong here. Official saying it's the left side of the ring. It was a huge effort. Have a look here. She just clip it with her left leg there. Early on. Tight, isn't it?
Well, the official raises red flag, runs right there, and he raised it straight away.
I'm wondering whether it was an issue earlier.
Does her heel just clip it there?
Possible,
It's
isn't it? But it's
hard to see, isn't it?
if it is, it's minimal. Process continue.
Of course, she will feel, but she has to get in front of the, or extend it over the front edge of it. Let's have a look. Yeah, there you go.
Earlier on, I thought that was where the issue might have been earlier on. So we're looking at the wrong bit of the replay there, really. The bit we were focusing on was right there, and it does look like she clips.
And maybe just lifted over the corner, maybe. Is that what the official's seen there? The left foot is actually, as well as clipping it, she's gone out over the left corner of the circle there.
Whether she sees that bit, then maybe looks at her fate, but still a bit of frustration for Schilder. Sarah Mitten is in 2nd.
Hello, Frederick.
Oh, that one is big too. Now, is this one going to get the white flag? It does. And this is going to threaten the lead.
Hello, guys.
The field athletes especially. One of the best things about track and field, the support that they've all got for each other. They achieve something big. This is big from Sarah Mitten. It's going to threaten 20 metres. Very happy with that. Reigning world indoor champion. She's done enough to move into the lead. I'll tell you, it's 19 metres and 94, so not quite. Chase Jackson, the leader, not going to go any further than her opening throw of 20 metres and 6 centimetres, but we thought this was going to develop into a top competition. And Chase Jackson with that throw of over 20 metres, and Sarah Mitten just behind her now, 19 metres, 94. Season's best for Sarah Mitten. to the pole vault.
Tina Shute in good form this week. And it continues with the first time clearance at 4 meters 65. This pole vault just starting to get the wheels turning. A little bit like Molly Coulter.
Thank you, man.
That was a pretty comfortable clearance for Tina Shute. In fact, that was a 455. 465 will be the next bar that she will attempt.
Chase Jackson actually stepped out of the ring for that last attempt, so no mark recorded for the double world champion.
Just to tidy up against 3,000 metres, by the way, that's now 3 different Dutch record holders in succession, all of whom were in that race. It was Mike Foppen, he lost it to Mahadi Abdiali, now he's just lost it to Stefan Nielsen, all in the same race. As we see the athletes coming out now for the women's 800 metres final. Sakina Haji is the first one out. Now we see
Thank you so much. Ken Vaughn? Who's Ken Vaughn? I guess I can, but I don't know who Ken Vaughn is. In a movie?
like she had more to give.
Alright, if you like my art, kindly check my page out.
As well in the sprint finals. Conclusion of this pole vault and the conclusion of the shot put. So here goes Buller. The cook has only just started running, almost doing water service. They've got a minute each on this stage of the pole vault. Once the officials are happy. So 2 failures now for Fonan, 465. Tina Schute will be the next one to come back and have a second attempt. She won with 470 in Ostrava, did Schute of Slovenia. Another one who's had injury problems last year. And a row through from Fonan.
A little bit of a gap in the proceedings on the track. We've got the women's 3,000 metres coming up in around 6 or 7 minutes' time. All those sprint finals.
Well, there is Tina Schute, who had that horrible bicep injury last summer, which really derailed or caused issues with her season. Of course, the pole injured her bicep. Back to that in a minute.
Fanny Roos with her last attempt. Only 6 and 6. Managed to best of 18.71 for the season's best. She's decided not to record that throw, so Fanny Roos will finish down in 6th.
Back to Schute then. So attempt at 465. I was talking about that horrible bicep injury she had in June of last year. Still came back to compete at the Olympic Games. Two-time 4th place at the World Championships outdoors. Is that staying on? No. Close, but not enough. So it remains Molly Cordery is the only athlete clear at 465. The other 4 athletes remaining in the competition will all come back for 3rd and final attempts. For those of an ambitious or a confident nature, supporters of Molly Cordery, the world leading mark is 480 at the moment from Katie Moon. Big gap down to the next best performance of 471 for Angelika Loza of Switzerland. Tina Schute there is 3rd on the world list at the moment. That 470 that she posted in Ostrava.
So final attempt then for Yurisi Ogunleye. And it got better in the 5th round. Maybe it's just clicking at the right time for the Olympic champion. Let's see. Ogunleye then has a personal best of 20 meters 19 from Glasgow last year. She is capable of going into the leads, but not to be on this occasion. Despite the cheers of the home crowd, she's still enjoying herself. The crowd delighted to see Olympic gold medalist and something to build into.
I'll first look at Eline Vekermans of Belgium in the pole vault. And that's a 3rd and final attempt for her at 465, so Vekermans out of the competition, currently in 2nd.
Yes, Fishioda, last attempt then, sits in 3rd. That's a decent attempt from the Dutch woman, but it's not going to challenge the lead. Her best was 1972. Spot. The showdown then between Jackson and Mitten, who've been by far and away
Ik hoop bij de dit dan alleen.
2 athletes in form tonight, and here is Mitten, 20 meters and 6 to beat. Gives it everything, it's Mitten! That is huge! Centimeters. Just going to get the confirmation of that. There it is. Huge throw from Sarah Mitten. Here's Jackson. unable to respond. Well, what a competition that ended up being. Just when she needed it, Sarah Mitten came up with a phenomenal throw. And Skilda still expressing her frustrations from the foul that she received a couple of rounds ago. As Sarah Mitten, the world indoor champion, takes the applause of the crowd and the congratulations of her rivals as well.
She's tied her own national record with that one, Richard. Meeting record as well, world lead, and victory for Sarah Mitten. Big drama in the shot put. What drama will we have in the women's pole vault, I wonder? This is Bonan, third and final attempt coming for her at 4 meters and 65. Mentioned Molly Corey is still the only one clear. Lampola has failed her third attempt, so she's out of contention. Bonan, 3 competitions so far this year, 451, 456, and 466.
Other results though, Sarah Mitten equaling her national record 20 meters 68 ahead of Chase Jackson and Jessica Skilda. Mitten, just when it mattered, came up with the big throw.
So Bonan. It's not her fault, but we've definitely seen more of her stationary than anybody else has seen, haven't we? It's just the way the schedule is running, that she seems to end up waiting. We seem to end up seeing her waiting, which is no problem because it gives her a chance to talk about her success in the European Under-23s and rising up into the top 20 of the world in the last year or so. 470 lifetime best goes back to outdoors last year in Raw. The top 12 placing in an Olympic final at the age of 23 is an encouraging Olympic debut from Marie-Julie Bonan, who is one of 2 remaining competitors to have a third and final attempt at 465. She may have had to wait, but she delivered when her time came. Marie-Julie Bonan, 465, and the next bar for her at 470 will be an opportunity to equal the best jump of her career. So Bonan stays alive and joins Molly Caudry, clear at 4 meters and 65. Right over the centre of the bar. Her angle's all right there. Someone's getting small with her face right now, and you can't blame her. Just talking about some potential technical changes. Potentially moving the mark back slightly. We'll wait and see. So we see Tina Schutte with her third attempt now. She's just seen Bonan go over. Schutte cleared 470 in a Strava. Yes, it will stay. Well, the last one wobbled and came down. That one she rattled and it stayed up. Schutte clear and 3 athletes move forward to the next bar of 4 meters 70. So it remains competitive. Let's see where she caught the bar here. It was just with her part of her arm, was it? Or let's have a look here. No, it was in the midriff, stomach, and yeah, the glancing blow. The last days, Tina Schutte, by far the most experienced athlete in this field at 36 years of age. As we see the athletes on track getting ready for our next action. which will be the women's 3,000 metres.
Gallardo of Spain, twice national champion in the half marathon, is Viviana Vindic-Todd of Hungary, steeplechaser from the Olympics in Tokyo and at the Euros. Jay-Z Close at the Cuba. It's not much for records. Let's see how she does, the Ethiopian. Mariana Machado has raced in 10K and the World Cross Country Tour as well this season. So has Federica Del Buono. There's Lomi Moleta, who achieved a lifetime best of 8 minutes 40.96 on Strava earlier this week. And Marissa Damig completes the lineup. Three-time national indoor champion over 1,500 metres. And only let it go off as the favourite here. Chado and Del as well, who've had decent starts to the season. Then the women's 3,000 metres underway. Machado, who won a 10K at the Portuguese Road Running Championships earlier last month, and she was third at the World Cross Country Gold in Albufeira, where Del Buono was also taking part. She finished 8th in that race. This is the pace being set here by Damig. She's been asked to go off at 4:18 for 1,500 metres. Letting her go at the moment.
We got no quantity in this race. Richard is producer Bakuba. As you mentioned, not a lot of info. There's no info at all on her in the last 2 years. Only 3 races in the stats database on Bakuba. Currently racing in 3rd position. 20 years of age. You've got a couple of times. It was 8:59 for 3,000 metres, which feels like it might be due some revision, which might be a bold statement, given we don't know hardly anything about that.
A couple of years old as well, that one.
Yeah. Back to the 3,000 in a second, but Tina Schutte, 470, because Cordery and Bonham are both passed at this height. So Schutte, the only athlete to take on 470, and a first-time clearance puts her into the lead, matching her mark in a Strava. So the other two having passed, we'll go to 475. 65 and straight over 470. Wigan Falters will tell you a lot better than I will about sometimes back-to-back faults like that. The physical exertion, yes, it's hard back-to-back when you've got a few minutes between faults, but if something clicks, you get to go again straight away, maybe that does help. If you've got enough, of course, in your body to get you up and over the bar and all the various technicals that go with it.
Well, the 2 Ethiopians are not particularly interested in the pace being set here by Marissa Damig. And through a not particularly fast pace here. So it's all about the racing, and it's being completely controlled there by Lomi Moleta, and none of the others are interested in being asked to do either. So it's Moleta, and then the unknown quantity that we're talking about in Bakuba, Gallardo. All of these athletes very much in contention, and letting Damig do her own thing. Pacemaker. Instead, we talk about this going on some way back with still just dictating things from the front. We're both quite interested to see what Cuba will do here. 10 laps to go. No sign of Moneta. 9 up in a row. I think you can barely see Damig, the pace on this one. She was last to go off in 4 minutes 18. Moneta, who steeplechase at the Paris Olympics. Bronze medalist at the African Games. Lifetime best form. Now they're starting to wind it up a little bit more.
The World Indoor qualifier for this event at 8:33 is going to be beyond this field, but 8:48 the European qualifier. At the moment, nobody in this field has it. Federica Del Buono, the Italian athlete, is the one who is currently on the world rankings quota. Would probably get it anyway if she was targeting the world indoors. Del Buono is the one in the orange, 2 from the back at the moment. But 8:48 for the rest of these athletes to get themselves at least a chance of selection. And again, for those maybe new to athletics or new to the qualifying process for the major championships, achieving the qualifying time is one requirement. It doesn't always need you to do that, because if not enough people get that time, then it goes to world rankings. And of course, your country federation also has the opportunity to select a maximum of 2 athletes based on maybe national championships or other considerations they may have in their individual countries. So when we're talking about the qualifiers, that's basically to get yourself a chance or a very good chance to go. 475 is the bar in the women's pole vaults, which, while we're on the subject of qualifiers, is the world indoor qualifying standard. For Bonat of France, who runs through when on the possible lifetime best performance, an outright lifetime best, 475.
You mentioned, by the way, that throw of 20 metres 68 by Sarah Mitten, I make out that's the best indoors since 2013. Valerie Adams. Achievement from Sarah Mitten as we return to this 3,000 metres. And it's the 2 Ethiopians at the front, Bileta and Algarado, saying, I've had enough of this. I'm going to go to the front and just try and put my foot down a little bit more. There might be a contact there between Machado and Del Buono, just coming up across country. Sliding, now it's the pushing and shoving of the indoor circuit. During these races.
Alright, I think I'm done with this. Join me in the next live. Bye bye.